girl Riri from the New Normal Conversation with Friends 2020. I have a great guest tonight in the music industry. Woo! Too Cool Poppy, aka Cuudy Broun. Hey, I'm gonna let him introduce himself to y'all. We're gonna get into it.
Man, what's going on, man? How y'all doing out there, man? It's Cuudy Broun of Low Breed. You call me Get Down Brown. My Instagram is @2coolpoppy, and you can find me everywhere on that, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How you doing? Hey, somebody had a birthday the other day.
Oh,
who that was? Somebody had a birthday. Happy birthday!
Man, appreciate it, man.
Hey, I see you was out the state though. You was in Florida. It looked nice.
Oh, it's a national holiday, so we start this.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Down to a nice little beach house down at Ormond Beach near Daytona.
Yeah, you know what? Truth be told, my mom was from D-Land. I don't know if you've seen it, but D-Land is right by Daytona. You know what I'm saying? It's Volusia County or whatever.
Okay,
so yeah, you was in a good area, you know what I'm saying? I'm mixed. I'm half Florida, half Georgia, you know what I'm saying? But I'm mostly Georgia, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, I'm mixed too. I'm half Georgia, half North Carolina then.
Yeah, I know we got into it. I had to ask you that earlier. I was like, I want to make sure I had it right though, but that's what's up though. North Carolina is nice.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? So how long you was in North Carolina again?
Till I was about 12, 13, something like that.
12, 13. Then you moved to where? Where you moved to?
Oh man, I moved to the A. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Southside to be exact.
Southside. Where is Southside?
Clayco.
Clayco. Okay. What is it? Clayco raised me. Clayco made me. And then what Malala say?
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. I feel it though. I like that. So tell us something about yourself. Let us know who is Too Cool Poppy.
Man, just a cool little player from Carolina, man. I got a smooth little style with me. I do music mostly. I put out an album called Groove Stick, and right now we're putting out singles. I got a new single right now called Lights On that we're about to put out at the beginning of the year.
What's that about? Lights On?
Lights On, man, just one night I was in a strip club and just, we threw the
y'all
ones.
need the lights on,
y'all. All night. All night until they turn the lights on. So,
okay.
That one,
that's what I'm talking about. Atlanta known for the strip clubs.
Oh man, she ain't from Atlanta if she can't dance. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa! I can't dance. I'm from Atlanta.
You from half Florida, so we ain't gonna hold against you.
Florida can dance. You got the Luke. I know.
Oh yeah. Know. So what you got
Don't judge me.
Oh,
don't judge me.
They gonna start saying you false claiming out here.
For real, I be trying. I be stiff.
Oh no, let me find out you from Alabama.
Okay, I'm trying. No,
okay,
I'm trying. Okay, so how long you been doing music though? For real?
I've been doing music since taking it seriously, about a good, everything take about a good 10 years. So 10 years, it's on that 10-year mark and everything finally bubbling and bumping right now.
What made you want to get into music though?
Man, I always just love music, period. We always, the Saturday mornings we gotta get up and clean up. Like most people don't like it. That was my favorite time because you usually don't hear no music until that time in my house.
Well, your house was bumping in. We were hearing gospel music in my house.
Oh, nah. Mom Deuce is playing something else.
No, my mama get up early. Come on in the room. No, anyway. So you was like, okay, so you was making beats while you was cleaning?
Yeah, most definitely had to do that, and being who you are, I'm saying? Sometimes you get put on punishment, so you gotta make beats in your room. So I fell in love with music like that because being on punishment, you gotta stay in your room. I had a little radio, so that was my best friend. So music always been my best friend. So it's just a part of me,
That's what's up. Okay, so what is your when you first started listening to music at that age, like who were you listening to?
Man, the other way I listened to music, I was real close to my granddad. Like he drove a taxi cab. So like I said, I would be on punishment all the time. So they kept me close to him. So I would have to ride around with him. So he only played the oldies. So I got a real guy. I got a real old soul. So I like all the oldies.
I like old school. Like what was he playing in the car? In the taxi car?
Like the Dramatics, like the Shy Lights, like
the
all
wonderful
that
Dramatics.
Oh man, that, and then he really he played that, but then he really fell right before he passed away. He really fell in love with that Jill Scott CD, that blue one.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So
like old school, people don't like young school, but she was dope though. Jill Scott is dope. Period. Wait a minute, which Jill Scott? Because it's two Jill Scotts.
in Carolina, we call it the blue CD Jill Scott, the first one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, the first one. Okay, you gotta clarify because I'm like,
you gotta say which Jill.
I'm like, well, which one? You talking about walk with me in the park? Let's take a long walk. No, it's another Jill Scott. Yeah.
One, you know what I'm saying? Grits. You know what I'm saying?
already.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I like Jill Scott too. Like, I like his style, what he was for. He didn't have like a lot of, what was like one of the songs that your granddad used to play from him?
From Jill Scott, from her.
Oh, no, it was two. That's what I was trying to say. You see, it's two.
No, not Gil Scott. Jill Scott.
You said Gil Scott. Oh, you schooling me.
Well,
okay.
I'm country. So Gil so Jill sound like Gil sometimes. Like, let me open up. You know what I'm saying? Pronunciate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Jill Scott. You know what I'm saying? Now he did put me on Gil Scott, but you can't just pick one from him.
Yeah, and, you're right.
Yeah,
he was deep.
Man, what? Oh,
yeah.
Come on now. That was something about that. Herbie Hancock. Lonnie Liston, like some real group. I know you asked me a question about Jill, but we got on the groove right there. But
I love our old school, our granddaddies and grandma, like they had like soul. They put you on for real.
Yeah, because you gotta listen to the words in that song. That's what really got me into rapping, because the words were so cold. Right. And I can't sing, so it was like I gotta find a way to use my words. I ain't really a poetry type dude.
Right. But it is poetry though, right?
It is. You are right about this. I guess you can say that.
It's about how your style, how you present your style.
Exactly.
Okay, so after that, after you was once you said you was listening to your grandfather playing different people or whatever. So when did you like cultivate your style? Like, this is what I feel. This is how I'm gonna present myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did they come from? Like, how did we come to Cuudy Broun? Like Cuudy Broun, how did he discover himself?
Oh man, pretty much. I would say just being around people and freestyling and being in circles, and you want to be in them circles in the neighborhood. Like all the older dudes would do it. So I'm like, man, I want to get in the circle too and kick my little one too. You know what I'm saying? I started listening to rap. I've been hanging around my uncle more. So then I started listening to rap when I was like 13. So then it was like I was in Atlanta. So Atlanta, boom, that's when Outkast was pumping. So I had to listen to it here. So when I go back, they was freestyling. I'm like, man, this is different, because I didn't know nothing about rap. When I was in the country, it was just old school and R&B. Nobody was playing no rap around me, because I'm just around my aunties and stuff like that. I had to come to Atlanta to be around the males.
Right.
So when I got down here, that's when I got my introduction to hip hop. I think the first day I came, it was I put my bags down. They took me to birthday bash.
Okay, which one?
Man, I was little. That was the birthday bash where No Limit came up there for Master P.
Okay.
So that was like no more playing GA. Like I'm little bitty. Like what? I ain't even supposed to be in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? My people's had a little back door in there. So I'm on that. It's old school Atlanta. So that was like, and that blew my mind.
I know that was lit though.
Yeah,
that
UGK.
Was lit. You said it was. You said No Limit. You said also what Pastor Troy. You said ain't no playing GA.
Yeah, because you remember
Pastor Troy,
that beef with them. Yeah. They came like, oh man, it was cold. And I'm little, I didn't know what was going on. But my uncle's like tripping. Like, I'm like, it's a wrestling match about to happen. Like,
that was a good old days. I remember that. I remember that. You said you was in elementary school. I ain't gonna talk about how old I was, but I went that little.
Oh man, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's when I got my introduction to all that. What was like Atlanta played, they still do now, but it wasn't too much of the mainstream. Kemp was running the radio and stuff like that.
So was go to Old National Discount Mall. You know what I'm saying? You might meet him.
That's where we live we live right there off Godby.
Oh yeah. Okay, then 2 Chainz and all them everybody made it you. Yeah, you Southside.
Come on, man.
Real
Southside. C-Tran them. You know what I'm saying?
C-Tran them. Hey, C-Tran went out then.
Come on now. Before the C-Tran.
Before C-Tran.
Man, what?
That's what's up. That's dope.
Man,
man, you bringing back memories now, because Old National, Garby Road, and all that stuff. Like, all those. You got what? You had Dugan's 50-yard line.
Yep.
You got what was some of the other clubs on there? Like, you got the
one?
Piano Bar. You had what was that one? I used to go all the time too.
Man, they still go. They grown folks over there.
Grown folks, that was dang, we listen. Look,
man, you can't forget.
I'm feeling old now.
What's the old one that used to be over there? Was it not the Velvet?
The Crow. Yeah, the Crow.
The Crow.
Crow's Nest.
What was the big one they used to have over there? The real big one.
Look, I'm trying to think, because I know you're talking about exactly go to all the time.
Because they shut it down. I can't remember the name of it.
I can't either. Oh my God, we getting old.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Smoking too much of that.
Facts.
Man, okay. Gotcha. I feel you too. I feel you.
But that's what's up. That even made me like, okay, then for real.
I know, but that's gonna tell my brain up all that. What is the name of that
Look,
club?
and then after we finish this, you're gonna like, okay, this was the name of the club. It wasn't the Ritz, was it? Some of the Ritz.
The Ritz.
Ritz, yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Phase 1 and phase 2, but yeah, the Ritz.
Yep.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
I remember meeting so many people. Ooh, anyway, don't bring back memories.
Man, Ritz. I remember driving all the way from Carolina to make it to the Ritz when I was in the Navy.
Yeah.
Oh
man, yeah, that's the good old days. Remember that? Look, you see me? I'm taking the pause. Anyway, back to you. Okay, so what are some of the places that? Okay, so you started. We're gonna fast forward when you started performing. Like, what places were you performing at? Like, because it's a lot of underground clubs. It's a lot of clubs people don't know about Atlanta. We had Apache Cafe. We had a Red Light Cafe. We had like a lot of places that do like, you know what I'm saying, certain nights it'd be like raw talent and stuff or whatever. Like, so what did you start? Did people start really hearing your sound?
Man, I would say, you know what I'm saying, God bless it, and RIP at the department store, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
we really was
RIP,
doing it, you know what I'm saying? We was doing it in the department store, you know, we hit Apache a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, I love
and then,
Apache.
You know, we also hit the J Paul's down,
J
you know
Paul,
what I'm saying? The real ratchet joints, you know what I'm saying? We hit the J Paul's, the Chit Chats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
we did the groundwork.
Decatur, where's Granny?
Yeah,
Maybe.
You know, what is that? The Drunken Unicorn. We did the groundwork and hit all the
Yeah,
spots.
you
all
sure
over the city.
did. You sure did.
That's,
and what people don't know about Atlanta is not that big, so it's easy to network and meet people. Like you said, like Apache Cafe. I'm a poet. You probably didn't know it. You see how that rhyme? But when I was doing poetry at Say Woo, that was my poet. That was my handle. My handle when I was doing poetry. But it was at Apache Cafe in Red Light. But I met CeeLo, Under 3000, Erykah Badu, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not. We're not cliquish. I know some places are like cliquish or whatever, but it wasn't. And it was, it was like, kind of like what am I say? It was kind of like laid back. It was like you wouldn't know about it really unless you was from here. You feel me? You know how that is. Like you don't really know about it. It was kind of low key, but it was cool because nobody was nobody was like really tripping off of them being in there.
Not a real culture. That's what it is.
Yeah,
you
it was
gotta
real
be there
culture.
And understand it to get up in there. That's what a culture, not a vibe, man. A culture.
Yeah, exactly. We had that culture and stuff or whatever. So let me ask you something though. Like, how you feel like the industry or music industry has changed in Atlanta, like from the past? I say over the past 10 years, since you really been going heavy and hard in the last 10 years. What have you seen different, especially in Atlanta?
Man, people always say that you just got to do trap rap, but I would say it's like now it's so many subgenres and it's more variety now. Okay. You don't have to just do one kind of music. I'm not even gonna say rap. You don't just have to do one kind of music in Atlanta. You can do anything because there's so many people here in a tight knit space that people are gonna go out and there's always gonna be somebody somewhere for whatever you do. So it's really like a playground for artists. And what I feel like, some people say you gotta leave Atlanta, but I just think you just gotta go out and do your thing and figure out your niche and your lane and what clubs go to you.
I agree with you. What I've seen has changed because, of course, there's growth and you have different generations. Mm-hmm. So you have the new generation or whatever. And even the new generation, I know you said like trap, because we have so many genres. We have trap, we have just like raw and real, just tell you like they know what's really going on. Not saying that's not what's really going on, but it's more variables than just trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're cultured being from here and all the stuff that's happened in Georgia, Atlanta, anyway. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King, you got a Coca-Cola center, you got the underground. I mean, it's like so many different places. We got museums and stuff or whatever. When you come here, I mean, you can't do nothing but touch it. Like, like, man, this for real to me. I know that T.I. said Wakanda, but we something like Wakanda.
I just seen that the other day. I didn't know he said that, man.
We something like Wakanda a little bit because we like Chocolate City. We like, Black excellence, period. Right. It don't matter what you look like because we don't really look at that. Like, that's why I love Goody Mob and Andre 3000. Actually, this go before them. Okay, I'm gonna use Bootsy Collins. I'm gonna use like the funk era with like George Clinton and stuff or whatever. They was really doing that stuff though to get exposure. To let you know we here. It's not like, okay, I gotta look good. We look good anyway, period. It don't matter what we got on, whatever. But we was just standing out. You know what I'm saying? Let you know that and getting the message across. So what is your message? Like what do you bring? Like, you know what I'm saying? What are you teaching people?
What am I teaching people? Man, it just depends on what's the message for the song. I could be telling you the goods, the highs, the lows. Mostly my music is telling you about myself and the things that I go through. Because you can talk about that for days, but when I do get on the subject, I'm not just gonna tell you about, because I do know about the trap and different things like that. I'm not just gonna tell you about the good things. I'm gonna tell you about the bad things that's gonna happen to you too, and what's gonna happen to my friends around me, and what's happened to my friends around me, and different things like that. So I would say just the realness and the rawness and the grittiness of that with a play a cooler vibe to it, because it's always about a good time with my music.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. I think like a lot of people a false narrative about Atlanta, whatever. A lot of this is kind of like culturally, we're not. What's the word I want to say? We're not fake. I'm
Nah, not
saying
at
like
all.
it's like, you know what I'm saying, we like really come like from the streets culturally. You wouldn't even like, you know what I'm saying, certain things that we can adapt to any environment. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying, or whatever, because we could be like you said, we could be on Garby Road or we could be on Lennox Road. It don't matter. We could adapt to whatever environment, and people don't know that like Garby Road is more kind of like on the south side, like you say, it's like the area like it's real urban. Lennox Mall, I'm gonna say Lennox Mall kind of urban, Lennox Road kind of urban now, but back in the day. Back in the day, it used to be like, upscale and everybody like, you stay on Linux
Yeah,
Road or you're living by Linux Mall, Buckhead, you got money, but you can have money anywhere.
most definitely,
Yeah, you can have
most
money
definitely.
anywhere in Atlanta, like, because everything is to me meshed together.
Yeah,
You
like
know what I'm
it's
saying? Nothing
everybody getting
stands
money.
out. Yeah,
Everybody getting money, and everybody know
everybody.
that versatility. I could be over here talking about, man, I'm gonna chill out with my partner, and we're gonna do what we do, and then later on, if we can get to the particulars about this thing, it's however I want to
Yeah,
do it. We're gonna get to that bag
exactly.
regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I think so. What do you think about for the past 10 years? I know you're from North Carolina, but you kind of mixed too. Like you said,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
from Atlanta too, but it's a lot of people have moved here from other places and stuff or whatever.
Oh
Like, how
man,
do you feel about that? Like, it's like sometimes you gotta ask a person where they from now. Like, where you from? They be like, well, they've
yeah.
been here for like 7 years, 10 years, but they be from Detroit, Louisiana, LA, or whatever, New York, or whatever. Like, how do you feel? How has that either bettered Atlanta being culturally like a melting pot, or have you feel like it's just taken away from Atlanta culture? Like, how do you feel like that? What has that done musically, culturally, when it comes to the sound of Atlanta or Georgia? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel like that's affected it? Has it affected it, or has it just, you know, what do you feel?
I think it's affected it a lot. Like me, I always say I'm an implant, but pre-Great Migration. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been here
Yeah.
since I was little, but I love where I'm from and all my family's still there. So
Hmm.
that's home to me. But Atlanta's still home to me too because I've been here for so long.
Right.
So I think it's so many other people moving here from so many other places that it's just not the same no more. Like you go certain places and we all know gentrification is taking over. Like you wouldn't understand. Like the other half, I used to live on Boulevard. The other half
Hmm.
of Boulevard gone down by the
It's
zoo. It's
gone.
over with. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I
If
lived
you come
all
in
over
close,
Atlanta. So
yeah,
I've
like
seen it's like not even the same no more. Cause you know how like when you little and your parents try to tell you, we know this was certain street and it
yeah,
still kind of looks still the same, but it's just like it's just torn down or whatever. Now you go around like, well, this used to be
it used to be. Oh
and
man, so
it'd
many
be a
places.
whole different thing. It might be some lofts, houses, something. It's just
Man,
like not the same. Like history, you don't feel it don't feel the same.
man, not at all,
You know
man.
what I'm
They
talking
about to take over Kurtwood now, man.
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta for real. I'm a Grady baby, whatever. I remember Broun homes, Hurton
Yep,
homes, Cobble
yep,
homes, all
yep,
the homes, Techwood. You know
yep.
what I'm talking about?
Come
All
on, man.
that.
That's a
Nah,
grass lot now. Most of them
it's
places is
nay.
grass lots now.
Yeah, it's different. Like it's like now, like you said, gentrification,
Yeah,
whatever, and a whole lot of stuff. It's just like you really gotta appreciate certain stuff when you really from here, and you
man.
remember what it was. You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying? Like,
man.
man, I remember what that was. I remember that was. I
Man.
got memories there. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying, or whatever. I mean, I'm blessed and highly favored. I always say that. I'm glad that I came up when I came up because we have so many members here as far as clubs. 112. We had Club Kaya. We have so many different things that was here that like established artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So many
saying?
places, man.
The warehouse. We had
Yep.
so many places, like, you know what
Oh
I'm saying, that
man, the
people would
warehouse.
go to, and it'd be like, dang, we run into people like I remember I'm Busta Rhymes, I don't want to Nas, all this stuff. Like, this is people from New York and stuff, and running into them at these places. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like no, like, ooh, it's a celebrity. No, it was nothing like, dang, that's Busta Rhymes right there.
We see everybody all the time in the city. It ain't nothing.
Exactly.
This is
Exactly.
what it is. It's none of that. So we used to that. Most of the places, because they're bigger and more spread out, they don't see many people, but we always downtown. You're gonna see everybody downtown. You're gonna bump shoulders with everybody.
Let me ask you something. So, with you being in music or whatever, since we started in the music here in the Georgia, Atlanta, whatever. Now we're gonna to really movies and everything else or whatever. Do you feel like that's I mean, it's kind of like a relationship. Do you think like that's better for us? Because, you know, it's a lot of underground, it's a lot of indie films being placed. Like you could be on their soundtrack or whatever because of the type of movies. Has that helped you with your with your music? Are you meeting like film directors, indie films? Like how's it helped you, or has it helped you? Or have you met anybody in those fields?
Yeah, you know, we always bump shoulders. It's easier. You don't have to, like, if I was in Carolina, you would have to go far to find somebody to shoot your video or something like that. There's so many filmmakers and different people here that you can run into whole crews and they just want to they on the grind just like you.
Right.
So
And they
you
like
get
your
a lot of
look.
things done for, you know what I'm saying? But the barter system, you know what I'm saying? The barter system is real out here. So I really feel that. And I'm glad that Black Hollywood came here. And it's a good thing because you can get in situations because sometimes you might want to be an artist and you might end up being an actor, you know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't
Yeah.
have to go all the way to LA to figure that out. You know, you could just end up in a movie being an extra or something like that and they keep going for you. So I would
You're
say it's a
right.
big
You're
thing.
very right, and I'm asking you that because you know Tyler Perry got all those his different shows. Then even though how like, over the summer, I don't know if you because you're in the music, but I don't know if you know like P Valley, it was done here.
Yeah,
P
I seen
Valley,
a
it
bunch
was
of
done.
those spots.
Yeah, like there was you say what now?
I seen a bunch of those spots. I
Oh
was like, oh,
yeah,
that was in P Valley, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Over there
that
on
was on Tyler
Bankhead.
Perry Studios, and people told me like certain places that like you could have been on there, it blew up. Like you know what I'm saying, you could have been an artist on that. But I'm just saying like certain culturally, we really do good. We really in the spot. We really in it. You gotta
Man,
take
for real.
advantage of it. Like you there. Like you said before, you had to go to LA. You know
Now
what I'm
you right
saying? And
here,
you ain't
right
gotta go
here.
there. And you're an artist, so you like a triple tag. Like you're an artist, and you're you producing music.
No, I
People
don't
sound.
produce
You
music,
don't
but
produce. You just art. Okay.
I shoot videos as well.
Okay. So you're a videographer
Yeah, I'm
and
a
an art.
videographer as
Okay.
well,
See,
so
that's
that it
what's
just
up.
I don't got to go out there to do different things, and you can work with other artists and actually get your foot in there. Because if you can, that just makes you better. I do music and I can shoot a movie as well. That's more to like a because now it's
Yeah, it builds your resume first of all, and then like I said, yeah, you have it. Period.
yeah, it's more to
You have the look. You can remember stuff. Yes, you can because you're an artist. I'm saying for acting.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely, most definitely.
So what you want everybody to know about you?
Man, most importantly, I want to know that I got some music dropping soon. You can check my album out on Apple Music and Spotify. It's called Groove Stick.
Yeah,
Jam
I
Mark.
heard it too. It's dope.
Man, I
That's
appreciate it, man.
dope. Yeah, I like
Spread
that a
that,
lot.
spread
You
to
know what I'm
that,
saying?
spread
So
to
when
that.
your new stuff dropping?
The new stuff is dropping. I would have to say the beginning of the year the end of the year to the beginning of the year. We won't have the correct date right now. We're getting the artwork and the clean versions and things like that, and the publishing and
Okay.
all the good things right. You know, you gotta get the business right before you start doing
You
anything
right.
else.
You got to because you don't play about no. Let me ask you something. So are you gonna do like a listening party? Like for your new project, or are you gonna just? I mean, I know that right now because it's the pandemic, but people still have it. We might be so Atlanta ain't closed. I know you done
Really,
seen what's
really,
going on. I'm like looking. I'm like, dang, they did that. Nobody had on masks.
not at all.
They don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, whatever. But anywho, do you plan on doing that maybe first of the year? You trying to see what things play out? How many more songs? How many songs do you have on this album coming up?
Well, it's not an album right now. I'm
Oh, it's
just
just
dropping
okay.
singles
EP.
for the right time. Just dropping singles for
Okay.
probably from now to the summer. Just getting
Okay.
that buzz up because you know the more you drop, the more you bring in. So
Yeah.
just
Consistency too. They're like,
exactly,
hey, when the next one? Hey, when the next
exactly.
one?
You
You
know what I'm saying?
know what I'm
Just
saying?
trying to up the podcast, up the interviews,
Yeah.
things out, more videos and visuals. Just staying active as because if you when you're working on an album, you got to be stuck
You
in that
got to.
mode
You
and
got to
really
stay
try to
in
be
and people face. Because people
exactly
got
so.
short attention spans. They be like, oh, he
Exactly.
was hot, but they don't see you again for another week. Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
and you done. He washed up. That guy, he fell off.
wait. What? Well, I guess his album ain't coming out. I'm like, dang, it's only been 5 days. But
Come on
you
now.
know
Yeah.
how people are, extra. And and especially now, because they ain't got nothing to do. They be like this.
Man, what? Yeah. So I don't think I will be doing a listening party because I don't know if this coronavirus stuff is real, but I'm not trying to find out.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Most definitely. So just putting the content out because most people are on social media a whole lot more. So
Yeah.
it's the time to really turn your social media into like a channel. Like instead of just your just a way to look at me, like turn the thing. I'm trying to turn it into a channel more so.
Yeah. I mean,
Draw traffic that
absolutely.
way.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. For real, for real. Look, you see me looking around. For real, for real. I've been doing my podcast for like maybe like 2 months, and it's really been taking off.
Whoa.
I'm saying, yeah, like people really been like they've been tuning in and tapping in or whatever, and I'm appreciative of that. But I think because I have dope people on there, when I do an interview or when I do something or whatever, that people really be looking, because you never know who's watching you. And there are a lot of people watching Atlanta. You know
Most
what I'm
definitely.
saying? Because Atlanta is what it is. Like they want to know, because everybody moving here. I be seeing, like, I watch YouTube and I be seeing, like, you know what I'm saying, influencers and stuff like moving to Atlanta. And I'm like,
Every
hey, we
time.
closed.
Come on, stop doing that. We full. Home, go home.
Yeah,
Come
that's what I'm saying.
build
We
the city up,
closed.
man.
Like, man,
Build
y'all
the
can
city. Build the
visit.
city up.
But, yeah. But what I'm trying to tell you though, if you dope, you definitely gonna get it. Period.
Most
Because people
definitely.
gonna be attracted to you. They're gonna be a tune in. Like, they're attracted to like certain things or whatever. They're attracted to dopeness. The music sound good. And they like how you look. You know, you handsome a little bit. You know
I,
what
mean,
I'm
I
saying?
appreciate
Don't let it
that. I
go to your
appreciate
head. But you know what I'm saying? But that's a plus for you or whatever. And then you next.
that. Man,
Period.
most definitely, man. We trying to work on commanding attention, not demanding attention. Just letting
That's
everything
right. You
work
gonna
for us.
get
The
it
universe
too.
coming for us, you
Period.
know. So I
Period.
appreciate that. I appreciate the love, man.
Yeah. How can people get in contact with you?
You can get in contact with me on Instagram at Too Cool Poppy, the number two, cool with a C, Papi. That's pretty. And Apple Music, Cuudy Broun,
Hey.
CuudyBroun. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
that's pretty
right.
much it right there, man. You can find me in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I put flyers up all the time. I'm doing shows everywhere, so you probably see me in your neighborhood because everybody nearby.
Hey, you could do a listening party. Hey, what y'all say, people? He could do a listening party. Okay,
On
yeah.
Zoom, on Zoom, listen party on Zoom.
You can, for real. You
That's a
should
good
do it
idea.
on, yeah.
Okay,
Man, that's a good idea. You see it? Look, you see how we do working there in sync? Yeah.
I got you.
You
I
know what I'm
got you. You
saying?
know,
All right, well, listen, it's been a pleasure. I think you are too cool, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And I think you're gonna blow. Like, and people when they start listening to you or whatever, because you remind me to me of the old Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like the old Atlanta with like the beats and with the flow or whatever. I can understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm a woman of a particular age. But anyway, I like it. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds good and it feel good. And you want to feel good, especially right now. Because a lot of people don't know what's going on and stuff like that. So you want to listen to music, music take you somewhere else. You know
most
what I'm saying?
definitely.
So when I heard the groove stick, I was don't judge me. I told you couldn't dance. You see me? I think it's a good look though, and it's a good feel. And I hope you really for real take off because you doing it. You know what I'm
Man, I
saying?
appreciate that, man. If you
You're
want to
welcome.
ride
So
through,
thank you so much for showing up and showing out. Coming to the new normal, ATL. Hey.
hey.
You have any last words before we go?
Man, if you want something to ride to or clean your house to or something, you can even play around your mama now. You know what I'm saying? Mess with Cuudy Brown, Groove Stick. Remember that at Too Cool Poppy, man. I love bless.
Hey, all right, we out.